Do you know what I love about my life now? Now that I've left being with a narcissist, and now that I've left all of the abusive relationships behind, right now, I have the cutest, tiniest apartment ever. I live with my adult son. We are working on building a business. I want to buy a house and turn it into a healing house with like a Reiki studio and a garden and all of these cool things. And I have so many goals, but I love the fact that I can write my goals out and leave them around and not have those weaponized against me. I love that on a daily basis, I get to work, and even when I work overtime and my job is stressful, it doesn't matter because no one is yelling at me. No one is criticizing me on a daily basis. I have no one policing me. So no one is asking, hey, how come you didn't work out at such and such time? No one is asking me, how come you didn't work out today? No one is asking me, how come you hit the snooze button on your alarm? No one is asking me anything derogatory or negatively on a daily basis. I get to be successful in my job. I don't have to worry about things. Granted, there's always bills to pay and things like that, but I have a stable, successful job that I've been at for a while. I love it. I still work from home, but every day I get to look out the window and know that there's hope for tomorrow. Every day I get to look out the window when I wake up and know that I'm getting stronger. Every day I get to know that when I go to the gym, I'm making my body better. And I just feel better all over. There used to be like a hope, like, gosh, I hope my future gets better. I hope that he would turn into the person that I met before. And it just never happened. And as years would go by, it just got worse and worse. So now there's actually just this restored hope in me, which is not really a hope. It's more of a knowing, like knowing that I'm on to my next path, knowing that things are getting better, knowing that I can share information with the collective that is listening to this, to instill hope in other people, to know that you can get out of whatever it is that you're in if it's not good, to know that things can get better and this can be your best year yet. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be a millionaire, and it doesn't mean that things are going to be unicorns, rainbows, and butterflies and glitter all over the place. But it does mean that you can be happier in your everyday life. And it does mean that you can feel safe in your environment. And it does mean that you do not have to be stressed out about things that you shouldn't be stressed out about at all. And it does mean that you can have hope for a future, for your eventual soulmate when you're healed. And I feel like God does have like a single soulmate for us in this lifetime. And I know that I haven't met mine yet because I'm fairly certain that God didn't want me to be with people that are not nice for the rest of my life. So I feel like that's still out there, which would be amazing to meet someone that's just nice to me. And that is somewhat reciprocal after all the time, energy, love, and things that I pour into my life and to others' lives. But again, just knowing that I can be surrounded by positivity, even if it's just my own. And it's amazing when you get away from people that are negative in your life, to notice the small things everywhere you go. So like since I've moved, again, my apartment is super cute and little, but I love it anyway. The people that I encounter on a daily basis always treat me nicely. They're always like, hey, have a good day. Or, how was your day? Or how you doing? Everybody here is nice. Everybody treats me nicely. Everyone, respects me. No one is mean to me, which you would think if you're a normal human being hearing this, you'd be like, yeah, isn't that the way it is? Well, if you've come through where I've come from, it's not. But again, just looking outside, I have a plant. Her name is Marissa. She's a money tree. And I had her in the office where I was in my prior home, and she was about dead when I left. There were little gnats that kind of surrounded her, and I was like, oh no, this is not going to end well. and she is now thriving and she's getting super big. I'm like, I'm going to have to transplant her pretty soon. So just like little things like that are just super exciting, and they might sound really trivial to an average person, but to someone that's been through really bad things, it's amazing to see the difference in life and how much some people might take these things for granted. But when you've come where I come from, like, these are huge things. And like, just so blessed and thankful to be where I am now. Just so blessed and thankful to have a clean slate. Just so blessed and thankful to be onward and upward and, just doing life and just being grateful for everything that I have. Just so much gratitude. Yeah, so I just need people to know that there is hope. You can get through the things, and I'm here to help you in any way I can. So if you are going through bad things, feel free to message me. I'm more than happy to help. Love and light, take care, stay hydrated, all those things. We create our own sunshine. So just remember that, and even if it's the smallest thing, try to find something to be grateful for today. And if you are, something that really helped me through was to put down small goals in my phone. Back when I was living in, the bad times, I would put tiny goals in a notepad in my phone. So even if it was just one small thing per day, I would put that in there. That helped me immensely. I learned not to leave goals around written down in my home when I was not in a good environment, because those would get weaponized against me. The person would find it and be like, oh, you can't do this, or why would you write this down, or just nitpick everything to the point where it didn't make sense to leave any goal written down, even if it was just like lose 5 pounds this month. That would get criticized, which sounds crazy, but it did. So if you are in a not great environment, I was telling someone this the other day in one of our messages. I was like, if you're thinking of leaving, do not leave written things down. Try to keep them private or in email or notepad or something like that, to where you're not leaving written things down. In my very, very prior relationship, when I was leaving my abuser that was physically abusive, there was a sticky note that I had left, like on accident, and they found it and they flipped out. So, and it was like a potential landlord situation. And that ended up making me not go to the place where I had written down on the sticky note because of that. So, just throwing that tip out there in case anyone's going through something like that, to not leave written things around. When people are thriving on control, especially control of you, they make that a point to try to take away boundaries or try to find things to use them against you. So that's just another tip. And I forgot to, I'm going to put a video on that out eventually. But I did note that in one of my messages the other day. So anyways, love and light. Take care.